Guys, let's connect today, July 28th, 2024, coming at you for our live stream for the next hour, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hope you're doing well. A lot of stuff went down this weekend and probably is still going down at Comic-Con. So we got Comic-Con stuff to talk about. Deadpool, Wolverine, that, I just put Deadpool 3 in the title just because it was easier to write that. I saw the movie on Saturday. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, stuff, all that. I don't want to get to heavy spoilers, but we'll talk about some things and discuss some stuff too. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, stuff with Robert Downey Jr., Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2 and Season 3, Dead City Season 2 teaser trailer, full trailer for Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2, The Book of Carol. Now, there's a lot to talk about, so we'll talk about a bunch of things the next hour. We got the Olympics going on. What's up, Danny? So, ultimately, guys, thank you for taking the time to be here. We truly appreciate you just being here with us. I don't take it for granted by any means. Big Tree, Tim, Danny, and everyone else that's joining us as we speak. So, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine on Saturday. Well, my wife and I saw it. And it's a good movie. I mean, it's a Deadpool movie with a bunch of cameos, a bunch of stuff there. I'm not going to get into the cameos because I don't want to ruin it for you, but there is a lot of good stuff. It's a hodgepodge movie of stuff from the original, X-Men, just everything. X-Men, Fantastic Four, just everything under the sun. They kind of connect the dots with it, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know, Danny. We'll have to see what happens with the future of that. So the Deadpool movie to me didn't really make much sense as a story, but it was a nice connecting point with Fox, Marvel, the merger finally coming together with stuff, and it was cool to see Deadpool and Wolverine, working together. The story's okay. The action is very much all over the place, and it's very much action-packed movie. It's all over this movie. So you have to see the Loki show to kind of understand the TVA a little bit. Like, you don't have to, but it does help to know what the TVA is all about and the sacred timeline and stuff there. They do explain it a little bit, but it doesn't help to know the background there as well. The Deadpool story of Wade Wilson, what happens to him after, the second movie, doesn't make that much sense, but who cares, right? I mean, it's one of those things where you just want to see who's the next cameo, who's the next connection. One of the best parts is the dog that's in the movie, and I definitely don't. Did you guys see the movie or not? Like, whoever's in the stream right now or there, did you watch Deadpool yet? Are you gonna watch it? And so Comic-Con is still going on. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today. And so on Friday, we had the Walking Dead panels that I have not seen. I didn't watch any of the panels. I watched the teaser trailer for Dead City. I watched Daryl Dixon, the trailer. I have not seen the first 10 minutes of the first episode. But I'm guessing, did everybody see the trailer and the teaser trailer for Dead City and the trailer for Daryl Dixon Season 2? They not spilled the beans or shared the information that we're going to get a Season 3 of the Daryl Dixon show. They're going to go to Spain. But we knew all this from what Norman Reedus said. So we've been talking about this for a little bit now. So it's July 28th as I make this video or this stream. In 2 months, it'll be September 28th, the day before the return of Daryl Dixon on TV. So I don't know of the date of Dead City, but I'm guessing it's 25. I'm guessing it's early next year because they finished filming. It'll take time for there. I mean, I guess they could put it out in December or so, but why do that? Just wait till February of the next year. From Season 3 starts September 22nd. So we got from September 22nd. A week later is Daryl Dixon Season 2. Pretty cool stuff in September, plus football, college football, pro football, whatever else is going on. So it's going to be an interesting time in September. Thursday is August 1st, so we just got to make it to Thursday to get into August. And then July and August are the longest months. They're both 31 days. It's hot. It's this. Unless you're on vacation or you're on spring break, summer break. Unless you're on time away from work. If you're a student, the summer's great. Tulsa King in September too. Thanks, Tim. So Tulsa King, Daryl, Dixon, and From. So September is always good for shows to come back, and that's a lot of good stuff's coming there too. You want to get back. September, October is usually a good time for television, and also August is Umbrella Academy, the final season. So you got House of the Dragon is wrapping up episode 7 tonight, followed by episode 8 next week. So that'll be done in August. Umbrella Academy will be, I think, August 8th. Cobra Kai, the first part is done. So there's stuff coming and going as we speak. The Boys, all episodes are up now for the 4th season. So there's a lot of good stuff out there to watch if you haven't seen it. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. There's just a good time for entertainment now. Now, Daryl Dixon, the trailer looks good. Daryl's show is good because of Daryl, and the story's okay. The new characters are okay. Carol coming together is good with Daryl. That always works. Now, as for the Dead City teaser trailer, what did you guys think of it? I thought it was just focusing on Negan, because he's by far the best part of the show, in my opinion. And it's just Negan being Negan. Old school Negan. A new Lucille in the city. We see all the characters in there too, with Kim Coates' character in the trailer, and they highlighted some of the new other people that are in it. If you watch Animal Kingdom, some people watch Animal Kingdom in this chat. They have Darren from Animal Kingdom. I think it's Jake Leary is his name. He's in there at some capacity. There's a woman from Orange is the New Black, and there was a movie called Samaritan with Sylvester Stallone. She's the mom in that. And so there's some new people that are coming to the cast besides Kim Coates, and I think it's going to be okay. I mean, I don't care about new Negan or old school Negan or new old school Negan or Negan 3.0 or whatever he is, right? I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think Negan is essential for the Walking Dead universe, but I think it should just be his own show. The fact that Negan and Maggie are together still doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. Like, Maggie can't carry a show. Lauren Cohan cannot carry a show. The Herschel stuff, stupid. The bricks, whatever. What happened to just having it done for, Hilltop? I guess we're never going to see that again. Dead City, if it's going to continue, we really need to have more than Negan and Maggie, and Negan wants to survive and do this and, make amends with Maggie and help Herschel, and then Maggie wants to save Negan, and Negan's going to be old school, and Negan's going to have a new Lucille, and Negan's going to do this, So it's not even like anything that great in my opinion, but I do like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It feels like The Walking Dead a little bit in the city. If they can step stuff up with the New Babylon Marshals, they can do some things. There's still a little meat left on the bone. It's not scraps yet. It's getting close, but there's still some things that they can do. They have to give people of significance to these new characters to really ramp it up a little bit. We're looking for connections, callbacks, Easter eggs, all those things. And, people are going to ask, is Rick going to show up? Is Dwight going to show up? Is Sherry going to show up? Is this person going to show up? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, they have enough new cast and enough new stuff that's going to be there. I don't know. They're really focusing on old school Negan. And who's left for old school Negan? No one, right? I mean, you could have a flashback, and you could have this, and you have the Crow out, and you have that. They did that. They brought Simon back last season, which was good. But are we going to see that again? I don't know. I mean, are we really going to have an idea where it's going to be Maggie and Armstrong working together to take down the New Babylon Marshals? Are they going to have to get Negan? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is for it, and we'll have to see. First season was okay. Negan really carried the show, in my opinion, and I think it's going to be more of that. Dead City should be okay. Daryl Dixon should be good because Daryl and Carol working together. So if you watch the trailer, you see that Carol gets help from an unknown person who flies this little plane from, I guess, Maine to France. Like, I don't think it could make it personally, but do they stop and refuel in Iceland or Greenland, or I don't know. Like, what do you do? There's not much between Maine and France. You're pretty far away. I don't know where it is on the map, but it's like kind of pretty far away across the pond, they say, right? So I don't think it's going to be something that makes sense, but who cares, right? It's The Walking Dead. It's nonsense. The story's all over the place. Gone are the days where we were trying to be like, it's good, it makes sense, it could happen. Yeah, right. After all this crazy stuff, and they jumped the shark, and then they jumped 2 sharks, and now they're jumping 15 sharks, and they're doing all this crazy stuff. They're doing all these things that are just nonsense in the story. So I don't know hopefully when, Daryl is going to come back to the United States to meet Rick, to see Rick, to be reunited. Because it's got to happen, right? So if they're filming in Spain and they're going to Spain, not really going to happen because they're not going to do anything there to really show that anything there to get back yet because they're filming in Spain. So season 3 is going to be in Spain, not the United States. So he still doesn't come home yet, obviously. So we'll have to see what that whole entails. Everyone's going to still talk about Rick Grimes' brother and all this nonsense, because there's been no talk of that at all. But it could happen. Who knows? Never say never. No one's gone. All that stuff. The Walking Dead universe is nonsense. So it doesn't surprise me what they'll do, even though I do have faith with Norman Reedus, Greg Nicotero, and Carol, of course, Melissa McBride. I do feel like their show is in good hands with those 3. Well, what remains to be seen what the plot of the story is. So the other big news is that Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Dr. Doom. And right now, I feel like it's really dumb for him to play Dr. Doom. And everyone's having the quote, oh, he's lived long enough to be the villain. Well, that doesn't really make sense because it's a different character. It's a different actor. It's the same actor, but different characters. So, yes, he's lived long enough to be the villain, but it's not like Tony Stark is becoming Dr. Doom. It's, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. So, I don't know. Like, I think they've tried to make Fantastic Four way too many times. It just can't be that good, in my opinion. Like, it's just one of those things where they've had good actors. The story is kind of what it is. And so, I don't know what the plan is going forward, if it's in the right hands or not. But, I don't know. It just seems dumb and everyone's going crazy over it. And it's just, I don't like the fact that when you have the same actor playing different characters kind of in the same universe of it, right? So it's kind of weird to see, like, the only other person I believe, and if I'm wrong, is Chris Evans to play Johnny Storm / human Human Torch and Captain America. So they were trying to make it with Fantastic Four and stuff, but no one cares about that, right? No one cares that he was Human Torch. They see him as Captain America. And now it's going to be Tony Stark, the father of the MCU, the big start of the MCU. It wouldn't be without him and Jon Favreau. And now he's trying to continue on. He must be getting $1 bajillion to play Dr. Doom. Like, they must be giving him such a huge amount of money because he said he didn't want to come back to be Iron Man. But I would rather be Iron Man than Dr. Doom, because you could be Iron Man before Endgame. You could be Iron Man before Infinity War. You could be Iron Man and all those things, right? There's like Secret Wars and there's this and there's all this stuff. They brought Wolverine back after Logan. Hugh Jackman said he would never play Logan again. He would never play Wolverine again. And then he's back. Right, till he's 90. So he's going to be forever. He's going to be playing that part. Hopefully again. Like, hopefully he and Deadpool are in Secret Wars. Hopefully they're going to be in that too. Like, I don't know much about that movie or whatever they're going to do with that. But, so when we watched Deadpool and Wolverine, they had a trailer for Captain America Brave New World. That's the trailer that's already out with Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, and you see all the same trailer stuff. And then there's another movie coming out that's called Red One, and it's with The Rock, and it's about Santa Claus. Chris Evans is in that. It's just kind of crazy. And then the other movie they showed was Alien Romulus, which actually looks pretty good. Alien is a franchise that I enjoy. I enjoy the first two movies more than anything, especially the second movie. I think Aliens is like the best Alien movie in that franchise. And this is trying to go back to the first movie, like Alien, with a new group, a new twist, better CGI, better stuff. They're trying to dress it up a little bit. And it looks pretty good. For me, it's a streaming movie. I'm just going to wait. And I'm probably not going to see a movie. I'm not going to see a movie in the movie theater for a while because, it's crazy. The cost of movie prices, right? So my wife and I went to go see Deadpool. Tickets at our Regal movie theater were $17.49 or $17.50 a person. It was like $37 after taxes and fees. And then we go to the movie theater. I get the Deadpool Wolverine tin with the popcorn and the soda with the cup and the refill and the little figure. I got the Wolverine one. And there was a Deadpool or Wolverine one. I was like, just give me Wolverine because I have a little Deadpool thing too. So, and it was cool. And we got the refills on it and everything. And that was another $37. So $38 and $38 is $76. And it's overpriced because we bought, the tin and stuff. And we usually wouldn't do that. But you're looking at easily $50-$60 for two people to go to the movies. And that, times are tough right now, right? So $60, and if a streaming service costs, say, $25 a month, like Netflix or something, $25 a month, that's 2 months of a streaming service for the price of one movie. Yeah, that's not popcorn and whatever on there too, but it's less because it's $50 versus $60. But that's crazy. One movie versus 2 months of a streaming service. Simple math says I'm going to be watching the streaming stuff, But it was worth it. It was a date night out. It was a good time, and it was, we go to the Regal movie theater, and they have the leather seats that have been taking a beating. And they have the motorized thing where they recline and everything. And they've probably been there for, 5, 6, maybe 7 years when they redid that movie theater. And I'm guessing, has your guys' movie theaters been renovated and had the leather seats and you pick your seat and you do this ahead of time, everything? And the guy next to me, he had him and two boys or whatever. They were sitting next to me. And he was a bigger guy. And he's like, you hit this button, right? And it moves the seat. I'm like, yeah. And he was hitting the button and it wasn't moving. And I was like, yeah, it's not working. Yours isn't working. He's like, I was like, yeah, you should go tell them and they'll give you a free movie pass. So the guy went away before the movie started, came back, and this lady was a manager or whatever for the movie theater, came in. They took the stuff off the chair and the popcorn rather was sitting there. And the lady pushed back the leather chair, lifted it up, pushed it back, adjusted some thing, probably unplugged it and plugged it back in, the old IT thing. Did you unplug it and plug it back in? And then it worked. So his seat worked. And he didn't get a free movie pass, but it's just she fixed it. And it was crazy because the movie we went to was 6 o'clock, right? And we watched preview after this, after that, and I didn't check my phone, but we were probably sitting there for 30 to 40 minutes before the movie started. So it was from 6 because we got out of there almost 9 o'clock because it's a 2 hour and 7 minute long movie. And after getting the refill, my wife going to the bathroom and stuff, we got back to the car and everything. But it was man, we were there for a while, So overall, it was a good movie, and it's funny. Deadpool's silly and crazy, over the top stuff, and the fight scenes with him and Wolverine were great. And just the story doesn't make the most sense, but who cares about that, right? It's just a cameo movie, basically. How many cameos can we get in there? How many connections can we get in there? And overall, it's definitely worth watching for sure. The Comic-Con stuff that's going around is interesting for all the stuff, especially the MCU. They're really trying to bring it back to what it was, and they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr., but not as Iron Man, as Doctor Doom, which is kind of crazy. Like I said, I have not watched any of the actual panels for Dead City or Daryl Dixon, so I don't know what was said. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they gave anything besides the trailer for Daryl Dixon and the teaser trailer for Dead City. I don't know if they announced anything else, but I'm sure I would have seen that on social media. A lot of people were hoping and thinking to see some sort of news or message about the just about the news, about coming out of it with a new show, a new spinoff, a new something, because I like to see the future of it, where it's going. And I guess the big thing is just to continue with Dead City and Daryl Dixon, which I understand. I don't know what it is for the future of it. I know some people have watched the first 10 minutes of the first episode somewhere online, and I'll probably check it out and watch it. But, you know, it's kind of the same thing. Like, what are they going to show you? Nothing great. We already know that Carol is going to find Daryl, and in the trailer, you see Carol walk up behind Daryl. So either they already met each other, found each other, or that's the surprise reveal. But they already know it's going to be Carol and Daryl working together. That's like not a big surprise. The bigger thing is how are they going to get back? Because I think the little puddle jumper jet thing that gets destroyed, so they can't fly back. And the Madame Jeanette or whatever is going after Daryl. She gets wounded. He's about to shoot her. Explosion. She gets away. The villain guy from the first season has like a patch over his eye and everything. They love to do that in the Walking Dead universe. And so we'll have to see what the big things are leading to. Will they ever get to the French CDC? Will they set up things for the future? Any other spinoffs? I don't know. So it's kind of cool. Jonathan, I have not heard Eminem's new album. I probably will not listen to the whole album. Like I don't really care about music that much anymore. Like if there's a song here or there, if it's on the radio, I'll definitely listen to it. You know, if it's in shows or movies or whatever. So you know, the two Eminem songs that I have heard are pretty good. So I'm sure it's pretty good too. So it's definitely good to see Eminem back in the charts and do well. But it's kind of crazy to still make albums or things anymore. Like, how do people buy any of that stuff? Are you just going, are you downloading it? Are you going to YouTube? What are you doing? You know, I don't know before, because back in the day you were buying a CD or a tape. You were buying a tape and then a CD, and then you were going on Napster or something and downloading it, and then now you were buying it on iTunes after that for 99 cents a song or $1.39 a song or this for a song. And then now you can just listen to it on Pandora or wherever, right? You know, I don't know. I don't know where you download the stuff from. Like, where do you get your stuff from, John? Are you getting it from, I don't know. I don't even know what people do anymore, because now it's just so different now. Like, thinking about it makes me think about it too, because I'm an 80s, 90s kid. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. So I did all those things growing up, and MP3s were a huge thing. That was a game-changing format for songs. Just like DVD was a game-changing format, and now it's gone. Streaming, digital. Same thing with music. Remember, for those who used to do this, you would get songs, put them on a CD, or as a CD, as data, as MP3s, and then have an MP3 player and just play a bunch of songs. Because if you were putting songs on a CD and you were putting it on there, you could probably get maybe 12 or 13 songs. But as data, you could put, I don't know, 50 songs on a big CD, and it was just different files, a different file, and then the MP3 player, the head unit the MP3 player, whether it was an old school like CD player thing or if it was an actual like you had to put it in your. It's so crazy they don't even have that anymore. There's no CD players in cars. Like if you bought a new car, I don't know the last time any of that stuff was. So, or you get the aux cord that puts in the auxiliary cord and you connect it to your phone or your MP3 player or whatever it was, like it's just crazy for it. Different world, different times, but everything's going digital. And it just makes sense to not have a binder full of, gone to the days where you had the thing on your visor in your car with all the CDs or the actual case. You had to unzip it and someone would be like, go through your CDs and then put one in and be like, oh, good choice, man, good choice. And you're playing the CD for the next, whatever. And then you take it out and change it out and then get a scratch on it. You're like, oh, man, my Limp Bizkit CD scratched. Ah, dang. Or my No Doubt CD or whatever, So, yeah, I mean, I still have a couple CDs, too, and I still have DVDs, physical media for things, but everything's gone to that, too. And I'm still a video game person that likes to get the actual disc. I don't know, like, is that weird? Is that kind of a thing? Because, I was thinking about it, too. I want to get a PS5, and I could buy one now, but I'm refusing to pay $499 for the PS5. You can get a digital version for, $399 or something. Maybe you can get the other one for $449 or whatever. There's some deals that are out there right now, but I'm going to wait for November and Black Friday deals or Cyber Monday or whatever and to see. I don't want to pay at a principal. Like I'm just waiting to try and get a better deal because I feel like PlayStation is still so expensive for what it was. And my PS4 is still doing good. I was playing Fortnite earlier today. Trying to get that Pirates of the Caribbean mini pass. I'm trying to get that going. So overall, guys, hopefully you're doing well, safe and sound, and enjoying your summer. It's still hot. It's still crazy. It's still, July. I feel like July was fast, and then it got slow. Before I knew it was half the month was over. And now it's the 28th. And we still got a couple days. Like I said, it'll be Thursday is August 1st. And even August is 31 days. And then we get into September, which is 30. That one extra day makes a big difference, in my opinion. But, it's nice because the schools are out. And so when I'm driving to work, the school system is not back till August 12th. I think they start here in Pinellas County, Florida. So I get to have some time to get to work, and it's so much better driving to work because it's annoying when I go through the school zones and the crossing guards and everything, and it definitely adds at least 5 minutes to my drive because the drive to work should only take like 10 minutes for me. So it could take a little. I got to leave a little bit earlier or whatever, but I'm going to hopefully adjust my hours so I can go in earlier and avoid the school zones, which should be good too. So there's a lot of stuff going on still. My one employee that's still out for like 2 weeks on Monday. He's still gone. He won't be back till like August 12th too. So August 12th is a big day for my employee to return from his vacation, school system back in play, and a lot of things there. And then we're going to be hopefully moving the clinic. My clinic that I'm the clinic director in should be moving probably middle to end of August. But we'll have to see how the construction and demolition and the building and everything is actually going because, you always run into problems too. So. But it's definitely a crazy thing right now. The world is with hopefully your stocks and investments are doing well. The Olympics are going on. And I tried to watch it. I was at the gym this morning and the TV always had, the TVs at the gym always had like dumb stuff on there, right? And I was like, can you put on the Olympics? And the guy was like, I don't know if we have that channel. And I was like, well, it's NBC. Any of the NBC channels have Olympic coverage on there. He's like, okay. So he went over to the TV and he was actually changing the channel on the TV itself. And he put on like some other thing talking about like SEC football or something, and it had nothing to do with the Olympics. And I was like, at least he tried. At least it was better than some Spanish channel that I don't understand what they're saying and whatever. I'm like, what is going on here? Put something decent on the television at least, right? So I've only watched like a couple minutes of the Olympics, and I watched, the coverage of the opening ceremony, which it sucked because it was raining You know, they were out. It was cool that the athletes were on the boats in the middle of the river, and Celine Dion performed and Lady Gaga performed, and it was just great. It was just a beautiful thing with the rings on the Statue of Liberty, on the Eiffel Tower. And so it was just a nice setup with everything, and you know, it was just cool to see. And I'll have to try and get a little more time to watch some of the Olympics. And you know, it's always an interesting time. And before you know it, it's like all this build up and all this time and all these qualifiers and all this conversation about it, and then it's over in 16 days. So it started on Friday. It's Saturday, Sunday, so it's been going on for a couple days, and then it'll be a week, and then it'll be there, and then it'll be gone, and it'll be gone, you know? So it's just interesting on there, you know, for everybody to just something to watch, entertainment, you know? And overall, we're doing well here in Florida. There's it's like some sort of, not tropical storm, whatever they're calling it. It's some weather pattern that's around the Lesser Antilles in the ocean, right, Atlantic Ocean, possibly coming to Florida, so I'll have to start that. And it's definitely a thing where you're got to be careful because it's hurricane season until December 1st. So, you know, we got some stuff, and you know, I got my electric lawnmower, and I'll charge up my batteries before all that stuff and get the different things, because I got my gas jugs just in case we need to fill up, you know, the 5-gallon jug for our car. And we'll be able to get caught up for that in case, you know, pumps shut down or people get crazy when hurricanes are coming, right? Like, if you're in the cone and you're in there too. So it's kind of crazy. Natu says, I'm in Oregon. We are covered in fires. So stay safe, Natu. I know that's crazy to think about the wildfires that happen in California and, I guess, Oregon and all that area. It's just scary no matter where you live, right? Jen says, good day, everyone from Australia. That's awesome, Jen. My 5 Freeman, you aren't weird for still buying physical media, Bri. Redbox bankruptcy resulted in the company revoking access to all digitally purchased movies and TVs for their users. Digital only is a scam. Yeah, so like if you bought something and you had the digital something, like if I bought a digital version of my PS5 and I downloaded, say, Spider-Man 2. Because Fortnite's free, so that's not a thing, and there's a server there too. But if I bought Spider-Man 2 and then something happened to it, it would verify the purchase though or something too, right? Like I don't know. Like it's just kind of weird. Like if I bought the disc in the game, like I could just reinstall. Like you're not going to be like take it away from me. Like I still have it. I don't know. Lindsay says, the storms in the southeast lately have been wild. Can't keep up with the grass growth. That's true, Lindsay. I know. I mowed my lawn yesterday, and we've been getting a lot of rain and a lot of this and a lot of there, too. It's crazy how fast and just in a week, if you get rain every day, significant rain every day or every 2 days or so, or a day, a lot of rain, and then a couple of days and rain again, the grass gets crazy overgrown. And what I did is I raised my electric lawnmower like all the way to the top, the highest setting. So the grass will look better, because if you cut it too low, it can burn it up on there. And then you're cutting so much of it there too. It just is easier to have the higher cut frequency or the higher cut surface too. Jen says, climate change might be real here. We had horrific fires here down under. So stay safe, Jen. I mean, I think it was like a couple days ago that it was the hottest day on record in the world or the United States or something. Like it was the hottest day. So, I mean, whether you believe it or not, either way, there's definitely weather patterns that we have to be okay with, because it's something that is changing, just like everything. Life is changing. The only constant in life is change. And so we have to keep up with it, adapt and whatever. So, Natu says, never been to Florida? Well, it's good and bad at the same time. I mean, if you go to the tourist spots and it's hot and muggy, just like everywhere right now. But Florida has the humidity that's gross. It just feels like I always call it like a wet sock. Like it's just like it's just gross. And if you go to somewhere that's a dry heat, it may be hot, of course. If something's 110 degrees, like one of our guys here lives in Arizona, that's a dry heat typically. Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, those places around there, I'm guessing, are dry heats. So the humidity's low. It's still hot. If something's 120 degrees, it doesn't matter. But it doesn't feel as there, too. Like something here in Florida might be like 92 degrees, but it feels like 106. And it's just so hot and muggy and gross. So the actual temperature is lower, but it still feels terrible, too. Does Florida man exist? Well, Florida man is like a term for just people doing crazy stuff in Florida, right? So, because the thing is, like, a Florida man wrestled an alligator. A Florida man drove his car into the lake or ocean trying to put his boat in the water or whatever. A Florida man was walking down the street and whatever. A Florida man. So it's just Florida man. So I find out Florida people do some crazy stuff here, man. I've seen some crazy stuff since I've been in Florida since 2001. You see people walking down the street, like the middle of the road with one shoe on, dancing. They have no headphones on or nothing. You just see people doing crazy stuff. And so I don't know. That's a good point. Where is Florida woman? But eventually that'll be a thing too. Like Florida, there's enough Florida crazies that are Florida men and Florida women. Like it's not just men, and it doesn't matter if it's men or women or, races or whatever. Like there's a bunch of crazies in here too, like it doesn't matter whatever it is, because it's just funny too. And as long as they're like not hurting other people or themselves, like, I don't know, it's just kind of laughable. But it's when people are getting crazy and out of line and just, I don't know, it's a crazy world we live in now too. So we got to be careful out there. But overall, you just got to be aware of your surroundings, guys. Like situational awareness is a thing. You have to be careful where you are, And you never know whatever it's happening, whether you could be at Walmart, you could be at Publix, you could be at a Wawa or the gym or school or whatever. Just, pick your phone up, pick your face out of your phone, good posture, shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit, posture check, and look around a little bit. Because we're so in our phones all the time. If we're in our phone and not paying attention, we could run into problems, So ultimately, guys, it's the summer. It's July. Half the year is over. Hopefully you're doing well with this year. I've had a recent thing with my, because I have Crohn's disease. So I had a recent thing with my medication. So on April 1st, my and medical insurance said that they were not, well, it's my wife's medical insurance that I'm on, but the medical insurance said that they're not going to pay for my Humira anymore. And so I had to go the generic rate, the biosimilars. So I was like, okay, that's fine. It's not going to cost me anything to switch into this. And so, but after blood work, some testing, more blood work, another test, it shows that the generic, the biosimilars, are not doing anything for me. They're not helping me. I still have problems in my, from Crohn's disease. We'll just leave it at that. And so my GI doctor's office said that they got a medical review to allow for me to have Humira. And so I was like, I don't want to pay for Humira because my medical insurance said they won't pay for it. So if it's on me, I don't want that. So it was kind of one of those weird things where, like, do I just take the free biosimilar stuff that's not really working? Or do I take the Humira that I know works for me? I feel better with it. It's clinically shown in my blood work and everything to be better. That just take that Now, if it's covered now, that was the biggest thing. So my wife had to talk to all these different people, and I ordered it yesterday, so it'll be here next week. So I'll have to see if we're going to get a bill, and so I don't know. It's just a whole big thing. It's a crapshoot with insurance, so it's just kind of annoying too. So, but hopefully it'll work out, and I don't have to pay like thousands of dollars for this Humira, because some of those things are like $16,000 or like something ridiculous too. Like, no, not like whatever. It's a lot of money. So I don't know. But I have a medical. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. But other than that, guys, what are you watching? What shows are you watching? What movies? Are you watching anything good? Because in 2 months, we'll be able to watch the Daryl Dixon show. And a lot of people will be back around for that. A lot of people will be here for that. But what are you guys watching now? Let me know in the chat. So we'll be able to do different things throughout the rest of the year. We'll be talking about, different stuff, different shows. I was thinking about doing more supplement stuff because I took a picture if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Facebook or whatever, I took a picture of some of the supplements I'm taking for, just from Amazon. And I put them up on our Amazon storefront. So if you're an Amazon person, we actually have a storefront that has some supplements that we bought. Everything we recommend on our Amazon storefront is stuff that I bought, that I used, or I use. My books are on there. My supplements are on there. Stuff, not mine that I made, but ones I bought. That'd be pretty cool if I had my own supplement line, but I don't. Because there's a lot of stuff in a lot of supplements that you should not be eating. I said before that you should not take maltodextrin in anything. It's in croutons, it's in vitamins, it's in protein bars, protein powder, sweet tarts, salad dressings. Like, it's in a lot of things. It's really not good for your stomach. And so you change that out for, xanthan gum or something, and it's just better for your stomach that way. But it's just, I don't know. Being that, know the stuff the hard ways. That the hard way is it's not right to take because, that's where a lot of my symptoms came out from it too. So watching House of the Dragon, Vikings Valhalla. Is that the show that Jadis is on? Vikings Valhalla? I have never seen it, so I'm not sure. Waiting for From. Yep, that'll be back September 22nd. So that's less than 2 months away. So that'll be on before Daryl Dixon. House of the Dragon. We got 2 episodes left. One tonight and then one next week. Serpent Queen. I'm not sure what that is. Lindsay watched Arcadian and A Quiet Place 1 this week. Enjoyed both of them a lot. Very good. I know I want to see A Quiet Place day 1. It's the guy from Stranger Things, right? Eddie. And is it Lupita Nyong'o on there from A Quiet Place for day 1? But I like her. She's always good. Tim is watching a show called Evil. Heart of Nixie's watching House of the Dragon, Big Brother, and the Olympics. So Joseph Quinn, yeah, that's Eddie, I believe, from Stranger Things. When is Stranger Things coming out? Right? Like, is that... I'm guessing they're filming it now. Like, I don't know. Like, it's one of those lull shows because of the writer strike and the actor strike and this. Like, when is Stranger Things? I guess next year? Because that's going to be the 5th and final season, I believe. So, we watched... There's this documentary about Lou Pearlman and the boy bands. And I've already seen different documentaries about it, talking about Lou Pearlman and the boy bands, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and everything. And the first episode talks about the Backstreet Boys. And if you grew up in the 90s, the boy bands were huge. There was nothing bigger than them in the late 90s. That's where majority of music on the radio was. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, 98 Degrees, Jessica Simpson, Christina Aguilera, and then you had the opposite of like Eminem and everything there too. But like you kind of had that whole era was a huge thing, and it's just interesting to see some of the Backstreet Boys talk about it and what they had to go through and whatever. And we watched a little bit of the first episode yesterday before the movie, but it was interesting, and Netflix does a good job with all that. They do a good job with different kinds of documentaries. And I'm a huge documentary fan because you get to see an inside look of how this happened or what actually happened. And it's kind of crazy. And I saw this trailer for a show or a documentary type. It's a documentary, I'm pretty sure, about this lady who had like gorillas or a chimp or I think it was a monkey, but it was the bigger monkey, like a chimp or it's not like a gorilla. I don't know, a gorilla kind of thing. But she had this chimp, we'll say, and it's from the people that brought you Tiger King. So it's a lady that had thing and stuff happened, and it's so weird. It looks so crazy again, and I'm not sure when that's coming out, but I saw that trailer on YouTube, and I was like, what the heck is this? Tiger King was crazy. Remember that? Remember when Tiger King came out? That was like at the start of the pandemic. Everybody was at home. Everybody had Netflix, basically, and everybody was watching it and everyone was talking about how crazy it was, because it was. It was a huge, crazy story. And everybody was home to watch it, because what else were we doing? We were staying away from people. We were, protecting ourselves and everything. So it was just kind of nuts. But, it's a great place and a great time now for entertainment. We got a lot of shows, a lot of series, a lot of movies, a lot of stuff on Paramount, Hulu, Disney, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Max. Just like so much stuff is out. And it's a great time because I think the writers have kind of moved to the shows spin off, it's different series. And that's cool, man, because I don't care where I need to watch stuff, but more and more of us are going to basically be like not leaving the house for stuff. Like the world that we're living in is I'm going to wait for stuff to come right to my TV. Right? Like I wonder if they gave you an option to pay $40 to watch Deadpool and Wolverine at home, or $50, and you'd have it for, a couple hours or something to watch it. If people would do that. Because, it cost my wife and I $38 to go watch a movie in a movie theater. And yeah, you got the seat and the sound in there too, but you can buy a nice big screen TV and hook up a sound bar, hook up some speakers, hook up some stuff, get some food, have them there too in the comfort of your own house. You can pause the movie to go to the bathroom. You can pause stuff. Like that's a really big thing if you're watching a show. You can pause it and go to the bathroom. You can pause it, get something to drink. You can, if you're at a movie theater, wherever you can, and you can watch it at your leisure. There's a lot of times where we watch stuff, pause it, stop it, come back, watch the rest of it. Like, it's kind of crazy. I wonder if movies will ever turn to that. More and more stuff is eventually going that way too. Like, and Netflix is changing the game, or they already have changed the game with movies that are just for there. Like, if you want to watch that movie, it's their own movie, and it's really good. They're investing a lot of money into that too. So we'll have to see what the future of that holds, but there wasn't that many people at the movie theater for the opening weekend of probably the biggest movie. So I would assume Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be, probably one of, if not the highest grossing movies this year. And that doesn't mean a lot because there's not a lot of movies that people want to go see this year a lot, but maybe they will. I don't know. But it's one thing it wasn't packed. That's for sure. But overall, it's a good time to be alive, good time to be doing stuff. What do you got plans for the remainder of the summer, next year, or end of this year? What you got, guys? What do you got going on, guys? Anything besides good TV shows, movies, series, And I'm like in the spot that I want to pick up my next book series and start writing it. Like I've written it already. I wrote a couple pages, like 6 pages, 5 or 6 pages or something, like nothing huge. But I'm so getting ideas together for more and more and more and more and more stuff. And then I'm like, eventually I'm going to sit down and just start writing and just, start writing chapter after chapter, chapter after chapter. And it's, I don't know, it's cool. It's definitely something that I'm motivated to do. And hopefully, Tim says, getting firewood in. Okay. So, I always want to tell you guys the real deal and be transparent, And I started this channel because I wanted to do a physical therapy channel because I'm a physical therapist. And to give education, motivation, inspiration, to educate, to teach about physical therapy, personal training, diet, exercise, fitness, nutrition, all the things, combining it all in one place. And it was doing pretty good. I showed my home gym, and I showed this, and supplements, and some stuff, and some workout stuff, and whatever on there. But it really just didn't do that well like I wanted it to. Of course, everybody wants to do really a great thing. But then I started talking about The Walking Dead and branching out more and more and more and more. And then it became into that. And now that The Walking Dead's on life support, the back end, very end of it on there too. We want to get back into more of that stuff to talk about, more diet, nutrition, exercise stuff. Because, that's the really way to help people. And it's a lot of stuff out there that people don't know what to believe. From someone on TikTok, there's funny things when I scroll through down my feed and stuff on Facebook, there's like a guy that says, don't do this exercise, stop doing this lunge. Do you have back pain? Do this exercise. And I don't know who these people are. Are they a physical therapist or a chiropractor or a trainer or what? I don't know who they are. And it's crazy because you're trying to one-size-fits-all people. You're trying to teach everyone, the masses, all this good stuff. And you can't really do that. You got to be specific towards the actual people, your patients, your clients, everything. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. You want to have specific stuff just for you to reach your goals, too. So, my 5 to Freeman, have you been trying to have your books adapted into a TV series or film? Well, I haven't really reached out to anybody or wrote a script or anything for a pilot episode or anything. I started something, many years ago, but I don't know. I don't know anybody to do that. And it's always more about who you know than what you know. And I think it would be awesome. I think the TV series, if done right, would be awesome, or a film or whatever. But I think it'd be a better series than a film or films, because with a series you have the time to devote to it. And my books are on Amazon, so it just kind of naturally fits to be on Amazon. And I think it would be a good zombie story for Amazon because, AMC had The Walking Dead, Netflix had Black Summer, which wasn't great, but it was a zombie story. Some people liked it, and so okay, you had that. And I don't really know too much. I think Netflix had the Kingdom or whatever was kind of a thing like that too, or something. But if you have a thing that can be on Amazon, I think it'd be pretty cool. And my books are already on there, so it would just fit so many things. But I don't know. It's just something that if it ever happened, I would be floored by it because that would be amazing. But I don't know. I'm not in that world. I'm not in there. I'm a kid from New Jersey that went to school in Florida to be a physical therapist. And I'm a physical therapist. I'm not a writer. I'm not in the movie business. I'm not in the film business. I'm not in any of that stuff. But if anybody is, that would be awesome. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm here to still get stuff done, I'm here for myself, but for my wife and my dad and my friends and my family and you guys and everybody there too, is that you can do things in life. I'm nothing special. I'm really not. I'm just a kid from New Jersey who grew up with divorced parents, that was a hardworking person who tried to do good things and lived his life a good way. He's trying to do trials and tribulations and to adapt and grow and to be a good person. You try to, And so if you can do that, that's half the battle right there too. But we all get caught up into wanting to be successful and to be good and to achieve our goals and to make a bunch of money and retire early and travel the world and buy things and do everything, and be our own boss or do nothing. I don't know. Like, I want to be so well off that I could just sit around and do nothing. And that's the dream, if you guys know of the FIRE mindset. FIRE is an acronym for financially independent, retire early. And I like that mindset too, because I would love to retire early. I would love to be independently financially set and sound and take care of my money and invest it and just live off dividends and interest and everything there too. But that takes that time, money, effort, and energy too. So it's just simply something that just has to take time for it, if it'll happen at all. Maybe it's not for me to decide that. Maybe it's not for me to happen for me. But you can't stop. You can't give up, So enjoy your time while we're still here. Tell your friends, tell your family, make stuff happen, go on vacations, enjoy life, That's another thing is, I love the quote, perception is reality, because how you perceive things is huge, right? Like, if you perceive something in a positive way, your life will be positive. If it's negative, even the most smallest of inconveniences can be a problem. But if you see things as positive, and not everything's great. I've said that before. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and start my car, and if it doesn't start or I have a flat tire or something, I'm not going to be happy about it. And it sucks. But that happens. That's part of life. Day in and day out, up and down. Life is like a wave, up and down, up and down. It's not straight up, not straight down. It's even keel. The sacred timeline. No, it's up and down. And so we try to do things just to get through it. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, but try to make the best of it. It's about the journey too, not the destination. Getting there is the fun. Enjoying the process of it. Because you make goals, hopefully, like to get a job, get an education, get money, buy stuff, travel, have a house, family, kids, cars, boats, whatever. Write a book, sing a song, dance, create an album, draw a picture, paint a picture, I don't know, whatever it is. And then you achieve that, hopefully, right? Like if I want to save $1,000 and I work hard and I save my money, I achieve that. Now I have $1,000. Now what do I do with it? I go buy Walking Dead stuff. No, I don't know, whatever. Or you go to the movies or whatever. Now, hopefully there's a process, something with that money that you're going to do with it. Invest it, whatever. And then now you have another goal. Let's turn that $1,000 into $2,000, into $5,000, into $10,000, into whatever, or whatever it is. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to gain muscle. I want to get in shape. I want to run a marathon. I want to walk a marathon. I want to do a 5K. I want to, whatever it is. I want to get healthier. Whatever it is. And hopefully those are all great goals. But life is, you want to enjoy life. But it's easy not to. Trust me, I get down in the dumps like everybody else. But yesterday we had a lot going on. I went to Sam's, came home, ripped up the chicken, mowed the lawn, worked out, went to came back. My wife got her hair done. She came home. We had dinner, went to the movies. It was just like not an overkill day, but like a nice, busier day. Like today, I woke up, went to the gym, had breakfast here, doing the live stream, going to do laundry right after the live stream. My wife went to the store, so I'll help her put the stuff away, do this, do that, maybe some more yard work, whatever it is. See how the storms are, watch a little of the Olympics, whatever. See, I watch House of the Dragon on Mondays, so I don't watch it actually tonight. So I'll watch it tomorrow because it's on later and I got to get up early for work and everything. So it's kind of a thing that works for us. So that's the great thing about shows nowadays, too, is that you can watch different things at different times, too. Like I watched the Hard Knocks thing with the Giants on Wednesdays. It comes out on Tuesdays. So we're like a day after that as well. So it's good. And, it's something that works for us. Lindsay says, my goals are a full-time job And once my other dogs are gone, I'm going to live outside the country for at least 6 months, either Ireland or Costa Rica. Wow, that's crazy. So both are different, Ireland or Costa Rica. That's pretty cool too. So yeah, get that job, make that money, invest that money so you're going to get some dividends or interest or something so you can keep that lifestyle and keep that money being made and pay your stuff while you're away. That's pretty awesome. Tim says, put that $1,000 towards property taxes, keep my home. Exactly. Yeah, I know. I got to pay, my house insurance next month, car insurance, and then my taxes in November too. So, all right, guys, thank you for taking this time to be here this Sunday, July 28th. You are awesome. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I'll be back next Sunday. Talk about probably House of the Dragon a little bit, anything else that I missed here. And I'll be back. Enjoy tonight's episode of House of the Dragon or whatever you're going to watch.